Breathe in.
Good morning. Welcome to your morning practice. Just got myself a little yogi tea this morning, and I thought that I would remind you that there's a little recipe for this on the highlights in Instagram. It's just a really lovely morning drink to set yourself up for the day, help with your digestive system. Just a really nice way to start the day. So let's get into it. This morning we've got a set to gently move, stretch, and breathe. And we're going to be working with breath of fire, which is a really beneficial pranayama, so breath-led meditation. And it's going to really help to start clearing the mind, but energizing us and helping us feel really vibrant, especially in these darker mornings. So just start to arrive into your space. Just notice how your posture is today. Can you lengthen the spine, roll the shoulders back and down? Just start to notice the breath. And then taking a deep inhale, bring the hands up above the head and pull them down towards the heart space. And we'll get ready to tune in Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo 3 times, followed by our protection and projection mantra, Agure Namo. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo activates our head brain, our gut brain, and our heart brain, so the communication in our body is working well, and also calling upon our inner guru, so our inner light, inner teacher, and honouring the lineage of teachers before us. So let's take a deep inhale to chant. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adkure Name, Jugakure Name, Satkure Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Adkure Name, Jugakure Name, Satkure Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Adkure Name, Jugakure Name, Satkure Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Deep inhale, hold the breath in, push the palms together, push the tongue onto the roof of the mouth, seal in the energy of the mantra of your practice. And exhale, release the hands to the knees. Palms faced up, just take a moment of stillness. Just allowing the mantra to vibrate through your body, activating through every cell, helping us to arrive into our practice, into the body, dropping out of the mind. Lovely, and just take a little wiggle of the fingers, a blink of the eyes. And then today we are moving through a few nice gentle stretches, just gently getting the body moving this morning. So let's just start by rolling the shoulders back and down. So we inhale as we bring the shoulders up by the ears. We exhale as we roll them back and down, trying to get some nice full rotations in the shoulders. And you can close the eyes down if you like a little move and meditation. And just take one or two more before we reset the spine, come back to center. We'll exhale. And then coming back in the opposite direction, so rolling the shoulders forwards. Still inhaling as we bring them up, exhaling as you roll them forwards and down. And it's probably around now that you start to notice the spine starting to get involved, moving through our central energy channel, so our spinal column, spinal fluid starting to move and wake up. And we work a lot with the spine in Kundalini Yoga and other forms of yoga because having a free-flowing spine means free-flowing energy through our energy centers or our chakra system. And just take a couple more. And then come back, reset at center, just sit nice and tall. Chest is nice and open. Just taking a deep inhale. Holding it at the top. And full exhale. Okay, so come over, we're coming straight into our cat-cow. So we're going to find a tabletop position, making sure that our shoulders are stacked over our wrists, our hips are stacked over our knees, and before we do anything, we try and find this neutral spine, so we're not dipping too much, we're not arching through the back, just try and find that steadiness, just engaging slightly through the core. Starting to notice the breath. And then with intention, we inhale as we drop the belly, lift the tailbone. And then as we exhale, to push through the hands, arch the spine, draw the navel back towards the spine. And you may want to curl the toes under. As we inhale, drop the belly, slightly lift the head and the tailbone. Exhale, pushing back through the hands, finding the arch through the spine, gently drop the head. And just continue to move through this posture, this asana. And as you exhale, try and look through the knees. Really starting to move the spine. You can go at your own pace. Some days we need to be slow and meditative, and that's what the body is asking for. And other days, maybe you want to speed it up a little bit more, so it's almost like a spinal flex. So just play around, see what it's like your body is asking for today. Every day is different. And then we're going to come back to our neutral spine. Just take your last few movements of breath. And then making sure that the toes are curled onto. We're going to push down through hands coming into our triangle shape or our downward facing dog. So just lifting through the legs, through the arms. And what we're trying to do here is push the tailbone up. So we're pushing through the hands, finding that length through the spine. Strong through the arms, slightly lifting the tailbone. And then just start to pedal the legs. So maybe reaching the heels more towards the floor, just one at a time. And then you can nod the head yes, shake the head no, maybe take some sways with the hips. And then gently bring yourself back down to the knees. And pushing back through the hands, finding our rock pose. And breathing deeply, make sure that as you exhale, you're rolling the shoulders back and down. Always trying to expand that lung capacity. And just come to stillness for a moment. Really focus on the breath. Nice full long inhales and exhales. On the inhale, really trying to fill the belly up. And you can always do this in as a three-part wave. So you can inhale, try to really send the breath down to the belly. And then maybe you can take one more sniff, see if you can expand the higher through the diaphragm, all the way up into the chest. And then for exhale, really push the air out. Feeling the navel draw back into the spine. Let's do that two more times. So inhale, fill the belly. One more sniff, expand further through the diaphragm. Maybe one more, open to the chest. And for exhale. Last time. Into the lungs. And I'm just taking a little blink of the eyes, a little wiggle of the fingers and the toes. Starting to really oxygenate the body, wake up the brain. So just coming into some stretches and movements. So we're going to take a little mudra with the hands. So we are closing down the little finger with the thumb, and the three middle fingers stay straight. So we kind of seal them together like that. So Buddha mudra. Okay. And we'll just take them backward circles with the arms. Inhale, exhale. Really connect the breath. About really expanding as you inhale, as you exhale, sweeping around. And you can do this from any seated position that's comfortable for you. You could even do this standing, maybe coming up onto the balls of the feet, exhaling, lowering the heels. And we're not here for too much longer, so if the arms are becoming a little bit of a challenge, just try to connect to that breath, breathe through, holding down our little finger with the thumb, stimulating our little finger which connects to the planet Mercury, which is all to do with our communication, helping us be responsive, not reactive. Everything that we do in Kundalini is multifaceted. Then just a couple more. And next time you inhale, hold up. And exhale down. Just release the mudra, maybe bring the hands to the knees, palms face to up. Just connect to the breath. Feel the circulation through the body, bringing the energy up into our anahata chakra, so our heart center, and our throat, also responsible for our communication. Okay, and then we're going to come into a very similar movement, but this time we're making the circles come forwards and the hands are in fists. So tuck the thumbs into the palms of the hands, close the fingers around the thumbs. In Kundalini, the thumbs represent our unobserved mind or our ego, so labels that we put on ourselves or the labels that we take on. So by closing the fingers around the thumbs, we are asking the ego to just be quiet for a moment while we focus, concentrate, and come into this moving meditation or pranayama as we use the breath. Inhale as you come up, exhale as you come forwards and down. Just one or two more. And next time you inhale, holding the arms up. And then exhale, release the mudra. Float the hands down. Just come to stillness for a moment. Come back to the breath. And then if you're not already, we're going to come into a sukhasana, so easy pose. So maybe have your legs crossed if this doesn't work for you today, no problem at all. Just finding a comfortable seat. And we're going to come into our Sufi circles. So we are spiraling the spine. Imagine that the spine is our wooden spoon, pelvis is the mixing bowl. And we're starting to make these full rotations, really activating through the hips, working on our sacral chakra. So this is where our creativity comes from. So just start to work with that water element so we can be our most creative and expansive selves. So maybe using the hands as leverage on the knees. We are inhaling as we come forwards, exhaling back around. And take this as slow and mindfully as you like. Maybe close the eyes down. Sensing a grounding as our root chakra, where we connect with the earth. It's holding us, rooting down. And when we practice Kundalini, a lot of the time we are activating our different energy centers. So through our higher energy centers, we are connecting with something bigger than us. And when we work with the lower chakras in asanas like this, we are rooting and grounding ourselves back down to earth. So we have this lovely equilibrium at the heart center. And just starting to spiral your way back to center. Coming back to a neutral spine. Taking a deep inhale when you come to center. And exhale. And then come on back in the opposite way. Inhaling forwards, exhale back around. Maybe shining forwards with the chest on the inhale. Sitting back into the spine as you come back around. And I find that some days this feels like a really lovely movement to move into. Other days, if you're feeling a little bit stiff through the hips, it can be a little bit of a challenge, and that's when we use the breath. We're always using the breath, but we can really use the breath to help us find more space in the movement. And we're just taking a few more circles in this direction before we start winding all the way back to centre. And when you do come to find your neutrality, nice neutral spine, nice deep inhale. Hold it in. Really squeeze and engage in glute lock. So tight and squeeze and lifting all the muscles below the navel, lifting that energy up, 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 up. And exhale. Just coming back to stillness for a moment. Okay. So if you're on a cushion now, maybe coming all the way down and flip all your mats. I'm going to take the feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And we're going to find a bit of a lengthening stretch. So we got inhale, exhale, and reaching down towards foot. If you can, we are applying a little bit of pressure to the big toenail. If you're not there today, wherever you are is absolutely fine. Or just reaching down as far as feels good for the body today. But make sure that you are reaching with a lifted chest. You don't want to be concave in the spine. So wherever you are, reaching down, lifting the chest. If you are down at the toes today, the reason that we are applying pressure to the big toenail is because there are meridians here that can affect our pituitary gland, so our nervous system, really helping us to center, connect to ourselves. And if you're not down at the toes today, no problem at all, just still using the breath. Full deep inhales and full exhales. Just bringing the awareness back to the chest all the time. If you feel that the spine is round, and trying to keep a nice, straight, tall spine. Should be side on. So we are reaching forwards, but making sure that the chest is nice and lifted. I find it helps if you kind of find a point to look at on the horizon. Keeps the head lifted, and then once you find that balance and that straightness through the spine, you can close the eyes down. Not here for too much longer, just start to feel that lengthening through the stretch, using the exhale to find 1 more millimeter. Lengthening through the back of the legs, through the sciatic nerve, allowing all life force to flow freely. Your life force is our prana or chi, if you're familiar with qigong, tai chi. Okay, next inhale you take, making it a little bit deeper. Maybe taking one more sniff. Holding the breath in, engaging our Mula Bandha, so our root lock squeeze, lift, lengthen all the muscles below the navel. And exhale. Well done. Connecting back to the breath, just take a moment of stillness. Maybe hugging the knees in when you are ready, wrapping the arms around the knees, just lowering the head, breathing deeply into the body. And then for the last part of our practice, we are coming into a little pranayama, so a breath-led meditation. And today we are working with breath of fire. So, as I said at the beginning, very energized and really helping you to feel vibrant and vital. Beautiful clearing for the mind. So, if you are ever going into, a difficult conversation or say an interview, this is brilliant for just really drawing your focus in, revitalizing the entire body. Great if you are feeling a little bit lethargic, especially on these dark mornings. I think we need all the help that we can get sometimes. So, with the energy of the rising sun, let's come into friends our breath of fire. So, we're not here for too long. We're going to do 3 rounds of 1 minute. So, in total, it'll be 3 minutes breath of fire. So, we'll do a minute, take a little pause, 1 minute, little pause, and then we'll finish with 1 more minute of breath of fire. So, if you are not familiar, breath of fire is an equal in out through the nose if you can. If you are finding it hard to breathe through the nose this morning, then you can do it through your mouth as though you are holding a straw. And it's quite nice and fast. If this is not working for your body today, you can really slow it down, just making sure that the inhale, exhale is equal. And we're going to bring our hands to Gaya Mudra, so index finger and thumb touch like the OK sign. We're going to rest them on the lap or the knees, palms faced up. Let's just check in on the posture. So we're rolling the shoulders back and down, nice and open through the chest, allowing nice clear flowing prana through the airways. Nice tall spine. We're going to close the eyelids down but roll the eyes up, so stimulating front of the brain, the glandular system. Really getting ready to wake up. So when you're ready, let's go for it. Deep inhale, hold the breath in, roll the eyes up, exhale. Just noticing if you are feeling a little bit more alive of just 1 minute of breath of fire. Gonna go for our second minute. This time, really try and focus on rolling the eyes up. So let's roll the shoulders back, sit nice and tall through the spine. When you're ready, close the eyelids down, roll the eyes up. Breath of fire, 1 minute. Let's go. Inhale. Hold the breath in, roll the eyes up, push the tongue on the roof of the mouth. A full exhale. Just taking a moment, and then we're really going to go for it for our last 1 minute breath of fire. This is the last thing that we are doing today to try and give it your all to really feel the benefits of this practice. Roll the shoulders back and down, nice and tall through the spine, eyes rolled up, let's go. You can hold it in. Roll the eyes up, push the tongue on the roof of the mouth, hold the breath in, lengthen through the spine. Full exhale. Inhale. Hold it in, tall through the spine, roll the eyes up. Exhale. Last one, inhale. One more sniff. Tall spine, roll the eyes up, push tongue on the roof of the mouth, engage Mula Bandha, so squeeze, lift, lengthen it up through the spine, all the muscles below the navel, hold it in, one more sniff. Cannon out the mouth. Just take a moment of stillness. Noticing the effects of your practice, the clearing of the mat, the looseness through the shoulders, the body. And then inhaling, bringing the hands above the head. Hands in up, prayer mudra, drawing it down towards the heart space. We close our session by chanting along Sat Nam, truth is my identity. So really vibrating this mantra. Let's inhale to chant. Sat Nam. And hands to the forehead. Round to yourself, to each other. Give yourself gratitude for coming to your mat today. Focusing on your well-being, your clarity of mind, your peace, your presence, your power. And gently allowing the hands to go back to the heart space, drawing all that energy into your heart. Blinking the eyes open. Sign up. Go and have an absolutely gorgeous day. I hope that you all feel vibrant, clear, and ready to go again. Take care.